Every year, the Met Gala drops, and everyone on the internet becomes a fashion critic. What is she wearing? This is ridiculous. But here's what nobody is telling you, that reaction has a 200-year-old explanation. And we Indians, we are not just watching anymore, we are on that carpet. That means we are doing it to our own people too. Diljit Dosanjh in 2025 wore an ivory gold sherwani with a tehmat and a cape with the map of Punjab embroidered on it. We called it too costumey and too literal. Karan Johar this year wore a 6-foot hand painted cape inspired by Raja Ravi Verma. It took 86 days to make and 5,800 hours of artisan work. Only K. Joe can be so extra and dramatic, we said. Bhavita Mandava, Chanel's first Indian brand ambassador, walked in what looked like a simple blouse and jeans. Internet went mad, underdressed, disrespected. Those jeans took 250 hours to make and were a recreation of the exact outfit that she was wearing when she was first discovered on a New York subway. Art telling her own story. And we called it underdressed. So, why do we do this? There is a movement born in 19th century France, art for art's sake. The idea was simple, art should be valued as art only, no justification needed, no reason required, no moral, no utility, no point to prove. It arose as a direct protest against industrial revolution, which had turned everything including art into a commodity. Art was expected to be productive, useful and moral. If it didn't teach something or sell something, it had no value. Oscar Wilde said, all art is quite useless, not as a criticism, but as the whole point. Here's what I want you to understand as a psychologist. When your brain encounters something that it cannot put into a category, it doesn't say, I don't understand this. It says, this is wrong. That's why we mock. That's why we scroll past with contempt. Confusion wears the mask of judgment. And the moment we demand that every piece of art justify its existence, we destroy the exact conditions in which new ideas are born. Art for art's sake wasn't irresponsible, it was the incubator. Every norm that feels natural today was once called outlandish. A Punjabi man in a turban and a tehmat on world's biggest red carpet? Too much. An Indian woman in jeans at the Met Gala? Not enough. Raja Ravi Verma on a cape in New York? So dramatic. We police from both ends. Too Indian, not Indian enough. Art's value lies in its intrinsic qualities and not in whether it makes you feel comfortable. Art goes to new places first, society follows. So the next time Met Gala drops and your fingers are ready to type, ask yourself, am I judging bad taste or am I resisting a future that I'm not ready for yet? The most ridiculous thing in the room is usually the thing that changes everything.